How's it going, everybody? After many delays, it is finally time to get and open the Prismatic Evolutions Premium Figure Collection with the Espeon and the Umbreon promos we have needed for a long time now because of all these delays for our Scarlet and Violet promo binder. So let's get our butts kicked again by Prismatic Evolutions, I guess, and see if we can finally pull, an SIR worth pulling, but most importantly, open up some of these cool promos. So it's a neat, actual smaller box. It's actually very compact. I was surprised when I got it, but as you can see here, just nice little box. Comes with 11 packs. It comes with a pack of card sleeves, a pin this time around, which is a nice pin there. Cool little figures, and mine down there doesn't appear to be broken, so we'll take a look at that. And then we'll get the 2 promo cards we mentioned. So let's just go ahead and open it up. I'm going to try to get into this thing in easy live time. So we can take a look at the contents. And yeah. So one of the full art promos that, really could have been part of Prismatic Evolutions. Same here with the Umbreon. And cool little pin. It's been a while, I think, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, since we've received, like a figure collection and a pin collection box. I remember opening up a ton of these with Crown Zenith. I still have like a box of Zacian pins somewhere. If anybody wants the code card, there you go. But 11 packs is not too bad. Now, I do think this thing is ultimately going to be, impossible to find. Scalp to high heaven, whatever. We were lucky enough to get this one. So I'm also going to open up a booster bundle just so we have a few more packs than 11 to open today. But let's go ahead and get the camera switched over so we can open up these cards and take a closer look. All right, like I said, it is about time. I think this was supposed to release originally in maybe October or something, so I think it's like a month or two late. So you get some pretty cool card sleeves. Not bad. Set out, the included card sleeves are never like the best thing. You get a great pin here. Really nice. And I guess the intended star of the show, other than the promo cards, is the little figure. Not bad. Not bad at all. So that'll sit there while we open the cards, maybe give us some luck. And of course, we have the wonderful promo cards, which really do look good. They are something that if I'm able to get another one of these, and I doubt I will be able to, I will have duplicates of that live in the Prismatic Evolutions master set, because they really do belong in that. But even if when we pull nothing out of these 11 packs from the figure collection box, we will at least have that to add to a binder. So as you all know, the luck is terrible with this set. So let's just get into it and see if we can beat the odds this time around. So anything we pull will be good for the trade binder because we are crazy enough to have mastered this set already. So we've got, I have probably opened 200 or so packs of Prismatic Evolution by this point, if not more. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember. I think we either did not ever pull an SIR, or if we did pull an SIR, it was, I think, like one of the Ogre Pawns. Maybe we pulled like a Hearthflame Mask Ogre Pawn or something. Speaking of that, we get our first, quote-unquote hit with a Pokeball Ogre's Mask. So one of the things I kind of wanted to talk about, especially with a product like this, is that, as we get another Pokeball, There, this, even outside of this crazy environment, and I'm not used to opening up Prismatic Evolutions like with 3 slots or whatever that could be a hit. So with Prismatic Evolutions products, especially a cool product, to be honest, like a figure collection box, it has like a it's got a good amount of packs. It has a cool, it looks like we got another Pokeball back there. It has a good amount of packs. It has a cool set of promos, especially with the Umbreon and Espeon, as we get a Dreepy Pokeball, and a Frenzen Paldea. So a double hit pack. And it's got, the little figure, whatever. It looks good on a shelf, right? That is a good collection box for sealed collectors. And back in the normal days, when everything wasn't scalped to high heaven, a collection box like this would be something people wanted to keep sealed, right? You'd get an extra one or whatever for your sealed collection. It would sort of be like an ETB. And in this particular environment, like I said, it's going to be resold for a stupid price. There's no getting around it. I, don't think that there is any real way that this is going to be something that is widely available for people, especially considering the apparent complications in manufacturing, since it took forever for them to make their way around the world. And because of that, not to have the Southern come out of me, but like, get yourself in a tizzy over this one. It's just 11 packs of Prismatic Evolution, which you are not likely to pull anything really good out of anyway. And we've talked about it before, especially in this collecting environment, it barely even makes sense to open up Prismatic Evolutions. Again, don't, I do as I say, not as I do here, because obviously I'm ripping this for a YouTube channel rather than, for my own personal time and spend. I did buy this, but again, I am fortunate enough to get reimbursed a little bit through YouTube. I did not, by the way, get this for like MSRP. I paid market because I'm a dum-dum, but there we go. Finally, other than Frenzen Paldea, some other type of hit with the Lucario. And I just, it's okay to miss out on product, I guess, is kind of what I mean here. This is not one to FOMO on. And I will obviously demonstrate that not only with just showing you the product, where it really is just a big cardboard box and you're going to throw away most of it. There's a cool Espeon Pokeball. But not just that. It's just, you're not likely to pull anything good, and it's not likely to leave you as happy as the cost of this, especially on the secondary market. You know what I mean? So I don't know what these are ultimately going to settle at when like super wide release finally happens and these things start releasing. I don't know that many folks in the United States have gotten these yet, so I was fortunate enough to be able to get this one. But, I just don't get your hopes up trying to get one, and don't get too bummed out. It's okay to miss out on specific products sometimes, and while back in the good old days, this really would have been a cool thing for the personal collection. And it is a cool thing now. At these prices, it isn't. And I don't want you to feel like, you're missing out on too much here, because as you see from just the 11 packs here, we got us quite a few Pokeballs, actually, but we got us an Espeon Pokeball, a regular Lucario EX, a full art Frenzen Paldea, Dreepy Pokeball, Briar Pokeball, Ogre Mask Pokeball, and then, of course, not for nothing, but the 2 Espeon and Umbreon promos. If you end up having to pay like $150 for this box, are you going to be happy with those pulls? I don't think so. I'm not happy with the pulls for, like $40, and that's not what this was ever going to cost. So let's beef up and try to get some extra chances with a booster bundle, see if those pulls are any better, just so we can keep chatting. But I don't know. I'm, kind of ready to leave Prismatic Evolutions behind is what I'm getting at. And I think a lot of you are too. And this product, if things were like they were during Crown Zenith, this would have been a welcome product. It would have been cool to kind of revisit Prismatic Evolutions and, you know, way after release and have some fun ripping it again, get a cool figure, all that kind of good stuff. But this isn't that environment. And, you know, to be quite honest, I mean, Phantasmal Flames comes out next week. I don't think we're going to get back to that environment in a good long time, right? So we will see, you know, the Mega Zygarde set or whatever might be a nice brief little reprieve from the chaos, but Pokemon is firing on all cylinders releasing these sets, to be quite honest, and every one of them has a really good like identity and something that's going to make it highly collectible for people, especially with the 30th anniversary coming up. I mean, I would imagine there's a new gen of games coming next year or whatever, with the hype of Legends ZA and Pocket releasing a year ago now, so celebrating its first year anniversary. You know, not to be doom and gloom, because I think it's a good thing, I really do, that a lot of people are entering the hobby. It is unfortunate that a lot of that is leading to scalping and things like that. But as we get another Pokeball and another Lucario, so the booster bundle is not treating us any better. You know, it's just, I don't want to say that things aren't going to get better, because if this is just how they are, I think we should accept it. And, you know, hopefully things change. They will change, but, you know, just kind of go with the flow a little bit, and hopefully we will get back to a normal collecting environment. So yeah, look, 6 packs, 1 Pokeball, and 1 EX card. So yeah, don't be too tripped out trying to get your hands on this product. If you really want it for your personal collection, that's really cool, and you should go for it. But I mean, look, we essentially paid way too much for these 2 promos that we could have bought as singles for our binder. Speaking of, let's put those in the binder, and we will just be a few cards away from completing the Scarlet and Violet promo binder. That those actually should be releasing in the Trainer's Toolkit, which was also delayed. So the last 5 promos we need will be releasing in the Trainer's Toolkit. And after that, we will be totally complete in the Scarlet and Violet promo binder, and we'll go over that at that time, talk about all the products that the cards came from, etc. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Phantasmal Flames next week. Get ready. It's going to be a fun one. Can't wait to build that binder with you guys and hunt that master set. Fingers crossed for the Charizard, right? I mean, we really want it so that we don't end up having to pay for it or try to trade for it, but we will try to pull it. So see you guys next week for that. Might have some videos in between, and I appreciate you tuning in as always. Thank you.